Right, here we go. Hopefully, if everything works, this is a video of production line. I am Klifsky. I am the programmer, designer, everything more or less, apart from art, of production line. And obviously, it's a game about production line. It's a game about building cars. It's not in alpha or beta or anything yet, but we're getting there. This is really early, and there's loads of code art yet. So I'm just going to show you what it's like. I've got no idea. I've got no control over the volume of the sound effects. So this could be fun. So I'm going to go Giant Factory because I don't even know if the others work. Ha ha ha. That could be deafening now. I don't know. So yeah, it's an isometric game. Here's a stupidly big factory with nothing in it. All this is code art, obviously. I'm just going to rush through stuff because this is the first time I've shown it on video. And just give people a vague idea so they can go, oh no, you shouldn't be doing it like that, or that won't work, stuff like that. So you start off with an empty factory, and the idea is to build cars. So I have a dialogue box here, which obviously you can't see because of my face, ha ha ha, and it only has a certain number of categories. So there's only like a small number of options, so like chassis assemble is one of the options that you will get at the start, and the idea is that you can build a car with just this, but actually if you want to do it efficiently, which is the name of the game, well, it isn't the game's name, production line, but you know what I mean, you would want to break it down and you would want to research stuff. There is a great big tech tree with loads of stuff that's all very placeholder, and I've unlocked everything at the moment. So you would break that down into different categories, and then you'd break that down more and more. Oh, don't want to do that yet. So you would build some huge, very optimized production line. But at the start, you can just pick a whole chunk, like chassis assemble, ignore the graphical plugs. Ignore the graphical plugs. It should actually look like that. So this is a slot, I guess, no animation yet, of where we're going to assemble the chassis for our car, and of course nothing's happening yet, and it won't do anything yet. The reason for that is it's got no power, so one of the options is power plant, so I will stick that down. I'm going to do a few just so I don't have to keep redoing it. So this would work now. In fact, you can hear little noises somewhere. But it needs certain resources, so it needs some axles, drive shafts, fuel tanks, and some raw steel in order to do anything. So what I need to do is I need to import all of those resources, ignore that bug, to the stockpile, and this is what a stockpile looks like here. So I am going to have a little resource conveyor belt along there. I think I have. Oh no, I don't have a bug. Oh look, here they come. Here they come. So these are all the resources being delivered. And this crappy particle effect here, oh you can see this appearing, shows that we're actually building something. So I do a little conveyor belt, and you can see the start of a car. It's all sped up. So we've got the start of a car being built there. And hopefully if I click on this, yeah, waiting for line. So it's just going to sit there because it can't go to the next bit. Next bit is to build the body of a car. It won't be able to do anything until I get resources there. It should actually detect that and change to a kind of error messagey thing. But maybe there's a bug. Imagine that. It should know actually. Oh, that's the vehicle. That's what we've added to the vehicle and what it's worth. Yeah, have I reached my first bug? That would be funny, wouldn't it? Just in terms of GUI anyway. So I also need to get resources to that, and I'm going to have to cross the line here, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because I haven't done the error message that says we can't even get resources to here. So again, in comes all the steel and other bits and bobs that we'll use to make the kind of structure of the car. So blah blah blah. And we can do this with multiple lines if we wanted. So, you know, if for example that initial bit, let's just do that. If this bit is much quicker than that bit, then you can work out automatically, very quickly and easily, that you should have 2 of these to 1 of those. In that kind of like Factorio sense, or all these kind of games like the Anno games, where it's always annoying. You always need like 16.2 copper mines per copper smelting plant or whatever, so it's bigger and more complicated. So I'm building 2 lots of chassis here, and I've only got one place where I'm fitting the body. After that we have paint. At the moment you can't rotate the whole world. I don't know if I want to support it or not, because it's a lot of hassle. I need more power. I'm just throwing things down like anyone's business, because I've given myself stupid amounts of money and everything. And of course we need paint to get there, so let's do that. And we can have multiple conveyors, so I could have another resource importer there, and we'll eventually start getting resources from there as well. And this is one of the things that I think is interesting, in that when the resources come in, they're not doing much in the way of clever prioritising yet, which I want to code as something you would research in terms of process management. So you might be waiting for paint, which is urgent, whilst they deliver steel or whatever. Hey, we've got a green car. Excellent. Blah blah blah. What's next? Fit engine. You can butt things up against each other, but I just think it's kind of for the purposes of that. So that's going to fit the engine, and then obviously they need resources as well, so we'll add them. I want to make the bits that cross over really expensive, so they're kind of awkward. So yeah, we got some stuff in there as well. We got this little GUI that shows what's waiting, which will get more interesting as time goes on. Fit engine, what else we got? Fit accessories, and again, we're going to have to cross over there to get resources there, and I can then sell it. But what I'm going to do is not do that. I am going to do some QA. Ignore that hilarious bug. Oh oh oh. And then we're going to export and sell. So this is kind of what you have to have. Although QA is optional, you can just sell jet cars. So you have to build the chassis, you have to build the body, you have to paint it, which actually happens before you put the engine in, and then you've got all the accessories. So accessories are I can't bloody remember. What are accessories? Oh, the horn, obviously, and windscreen, lights, seats, even. Yeah. Not so much accessories as essential components of a car. This is one of those sort of light tunnel things they use for inspecting cars in the real world. And this little dude here will be doing the paperwork for selling a car. I don't think my GUI works yet to type this in. But this is basically everything we put on the car. It's all very simple and cheap and shit. And we'll then pick how much it is. And we only need to do that once for each combination of stuff. So now cars will like churn through there. So already we can see that getting resources to here in time isn't working. The same with there, so maybe we need more of these. Maybe we need to link them up better, whatever. Including over there. And the speed at which resources come in is affected by whether or not you have enough power. And I'm probably going to let you buy faster distribution systems and stuff like that, I would have thought. So that's the basics of it, but then we've got other stuff. So if I want to do any research, I need to put down loads of dudes in an office. If I want to do some marketing, I'll need people sat on beanbags, and there'll be loads and loads of that. And this list here of what you can do, it's more and more sort of expansive. It's kind of goes on quite a bit, and I haven't done most of it yet. So for example, I could put down one of these, and this is where we actually make stuff. So here, resources come in here. We build exhausts with this big machine and these dudes, and then exhausts will come out here. So rather than buying in exhaust from another company, which is expensive, you can make them in-house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it there, and I am then going to hopefully launch up a great big factory. I'll see if I can actually do it without it crashing. I don't know what happens. I don't use this software much. Oh wow! Double Eiffel Giant. This might crash. Or might just take ages to load. Yay! So this is obviously a much bigger factory. It's one I prepared earlier. So this isn't everything, but I've got a big research and marketing department here. I've got some stuff being built here. So you can see that the cars move along noticeably quicker than they did before, because each step is quite small. Because here, for example, we're just fitting the door panels on there. They should actually appear. Yay! And here I'm splitting because drying the paint, which is now a separate step here, takes a while, so I want 2 of them for each one that I'm actually painting. And you can see even then I've got a bottleneck, a massive bottleneck here. It's probably a bug. I think it is a bug actually. I've got a bug to do with valves being fitted to engines, but I'll fix that. You can see here in the middle we're making seats, so here come all the components to make a seat, and there we actually have seats and then will get picked up and taken off if we fix the valves bug. Blah blah blah, a load of other stuff being fitted, and eventually off here through the QA and to be sold. And when I'm recording it probably doesn't, but this runs happily at 60 frames a second, although I do have a good PC. But there's been no optimizing yet, and it is running in debug. Obviously all of these loads of robots will be animating and stuff like that. I don't want to bang on about other aspects to the game. I've got these kind of like overlays that show you the efficiency and the speed and the power consumption and everything that I'll worry about another time. I just wanted a quick video to show people this is what the game kind of looks like at the moment. I'm quite happy with the kind of style of it, but I want to know what everybody thinks. Never done an isometric game before, so it's kind of interesting for me. So anyway, there you go. Tell me what you think. Follow me on the various ways in which you stalk people online, Twitter, Facebook. We have a Facebook group. And you know, tell your friends that this is obviously going to be the greatest game ever made, etc., etc. This is Production Line, the game by Positech Games. I am Cliffsky. Thank you for watching this.